Good morning, Year 6, and welcome to English. I know all of last week you were looking at brochures and the features that go along with brochures. So I'm happy to say that this week we are going to be writing a brochure. So let me share my screen so we can do the starter before we get on to talk about brochures again. So today's the 1st of March, and we're going to be innovating our own idea. And before we do that, we're going to have a think about some spellings. So I'm going to make this bigger, this passage here, because there are 6 spelling mistakes in this passage. So pause the screen, see if you can find the spelling mistakes and see if you can correct them as well. Okay, here they are. Here are all 6 spelling mistakes. We had anyway, orbiting, creatures, exclaimed, prairie, and western. Now, here are the correct spellings, and I will just go through with you the mistake that was made. So anyway is A-N. That's a common mistake because it sounds like anyway. Orbiting, it's just the one T. The stress is on the first syllable, orbiting, so we don't double that T. Creatures should be T-U-R-E. I know it sounds like creech. There's a bit of an S there, but actually it's creatures. Exclaimed, there was a C missing. If we think of the root word claim, we would have remembered that the exclaimed should be there. Prairie, it is a tricky one. The E at the end is I-E, prairie, sometimes spelt with a Y, but in this one it's just important just to remember that one. And then finally, western. So the earn sound when used at the end of a word is always E-R-N, western. Okay, let's get on. So you last week looked at the Alton Towers brochure. It is a persuasive brochure. They want you to come. They are trying to persuade you to visit their theme park. I'm going to read it again in my most persuasive voice as a reminder of some of those persuasive features we've been using. Are you bored and fed up of visiting the same boring places? Then head straight to Alton Towers theme park this summer, where you are guaranteed the time of your life. Alton Towers is a majestic 5-star adventure park which has captured the world's imagination. Alton Towers is more than just a theme park. It's an entire universe of action thrills. From the moment you arrive, you will be the loudest explorer screaming at the top of your voice. Some people describe their day as jaw-dropping. Others say it rocked their world. Twist, spin, flip, twirl, and zoom around ferocious tracks, insanely high loops until the sun goes down. Flying on the smoothest ride in the world, air. This stunning coaster twirls around and simulates the flight of a bird drifting through the sky. The G-forces of Rita, Queen of Speed, will have you hurtling, twisting, and turning as it reaches 100 miles per hour. If I were asked to choose my favorite, this one would get the vote every time. Family fun. Whilst the adults fly around in mind-boggling rides, there is plenty for young children to enjoy. Located deep in the heart of the theme park is a magical world of CBeebies Land. Overall, Alton Towers is the #1 choice for the entire family. You will not be disappointed. There are thousands of options for you to choose from, including hair-raising roller coasters for all ages, relaxing cafes to enjoy a break from the excitement, and children's entertainment, which changes daily. Plus, the Alton Towers water park will get you soaked if you fancy a day of aqua entertainment. If I were you, I would bring an extra change of clothes so you don't miss out on the fun. You won't regret it. Bring your friends, bring your children, bring the whole family. Hurry, book now. Okay, so many persuasive features in there. There were exciting vocabulary. There was superlatives saying the loudest, the most exciting. They were speaking directly to the reader, which catches that attention. Enter Alton Towers and never want to leave. You know, something that really persuades me. The pictures show me what's going on. The subtitles keep it organized. A really, really effective brochure. But this week, we are going to be creating our own brochure for our own theme park. You are going to be tasked with creating your own theme park with its own details, rides. Now, if you remember back in lockdown number 1, in remote learning then, you actually did a topic about theme parks and you created your own. And some of you even created actual models of your theme park. So if you do remember that theme park, you can pull back on that and actually talk about that same one again. Otherwise, we'll just be creating one from scratch. But I've put some pictures up to kind of inspire you to start thinking about what you would like your theme park to be. So let's think then, if we're designing our own theme park, what will the reader need to know? So for example, what information do they need to know that they will use to decide to come? So for example, I mean, fairly simply, is the name of the theme park. What else will they need to know? Pause the screen and make a list. What else, what other information, I'll say, does the reader need to know about our theme park? Okay, let's see if you came up with some of the ones I did. So they need to know the name. They need to know the sort of theme. They need to know about the rides, about the facilities, about the experience. What experience? And actually, who's it for? That's just reminded me. Who is it for? Is it just for children? Is it just for adults? Is it for everyone? Let's think back to the example. What else did they say? They said about the rides. They said about the experience, about getting soaked. They said about the cafes. It's for the family. Maybe about the price, about actually when you can book. On the model text that was right at the top as an offer about when they can book. You may have come up with lots more than I have, but those are the basics. What I've done is I've turned that into a grid here. Theme park name, the theme, the type of rides. Oh yes, the different areas. They did talk about that, didn't they? You know, CBeebies Land and all the different areas. The key facilities, the prices, the key attraction. You know, what is the ride that everyone wants to go on and who is it for? So what I want you to do is this will be on your assignment on Teams, but have a pause here really and really spend some time planning out these elements. So mine is going to be in Harry Potter world. I'll call Harry Potter Land because there already is a Harry Potter world. And obviously my theme is the world of Harry Potter. I could start thinking about the types of rides. So there's going to have to be lots of flying rides because Harry and all the characters fly on their broomsticks. I'm also going to have some, you know, there's all the trains and the buses and all the different types of transport. So I think I'm going to have a transport ride. But then I think also in terms of a type of ride, why don't we have some underwater too? Because there's the lake on Harry Potter and you can go down and look at the sea creatures. Okay, so areas of the park. I'm going to have Hogwarts as an area. I'm going to have the Forbidden Forest. That would be really cool as an area with all the trees. We have to have the lake. And then why don't we have the Quidditch pitch? So there you would list, 4 is plenty, you know, the 4 different areas. If it suits your theme, if it's superheroes, you could have each superhero has a different kind of section. If it was, I'm trying to think of some other themes, it could be all an underwater theme and then you could have lakes, rivers, oceans, all that kind of thing. Maybe different countries if you're doing the theme of the world, lots of options there. So key facilities, I'm going to put the Great Hall for eating. That would be really cool. I think a key attraction, while I'm thinking of it, if you've seen the movies of Harry Potter, they've got those staircases that move and turn. I think on my theme park, there's got to be some really cool staircases to be able to get between the worlds. Let's say the whole family could come for £40 for the day. Key facilities, I didn't finish that, did I? So there's the Great Hall to eat in. Let's say that there are lockers in common rooms, like the 4 different houses. That might be a key attraction as well. Sorting hat upon arrival. So you get put into Gryffindor, you get put into Slytherin when you arrive. Maybe you get to wear a scarf of that colour for the whole day. Who is it for? Let's say, oops, capital letter, Harry Potter enthusiasts. My screen's a bit small. Nope, wrong one. Enthusiasts, people who are really, really passionate about Harry Potter, but also the whole family. There's going to be things for children and adults. So that's going to be on Teams for you to start kind of planning your elements. But before you go and turn off this video, what I also would like you to do, and it is on the Teams assignment, but you can't edit it on there, is I want you to do a first draft plan of those areas so that when we come to plan tomorrow, you have got it all planned out in your head. It's quite tricky for me to draw on here, but if you get some plain paper, it doesn't have to be on this sheet, you can sort of plan out the different areas of your theme park, just roughly. So this is going to be the Forbidden Forest, and I could type that on there. Oops, Forbidden Forest, and I could just list, when I've got this far and have thought about it, I could list the different rides and attractions that are going to be in there. Okay, so I've got Forbidden Forest. Why is it not letting me change colour? Then I said, I'll go back to my plan. I had Hogwarts. So Hogwarts could be over here. And actually let me type Hogwarts. Then I said about the lake, so let's have that in blue. All of this section is going to be the lake, the underwater section. I'm just planning out, there was one more section. Oh yes, the Quidditch pitch. Great, so let's do that in yellow. It's going to be square off because the Quidditch pitch is like that. And that's all the flying section. Then I just need the door coming in here with the sorting hat. Again, if you don't want to draw it, you can just write. Just start planning out your areas. Now, you don't have to hand this in to us on Teams. It will just be your planning table. But actually, I'd start annotating all of the things you want to say about these ready for tomorrow. So all I need to see on Teams today is this grid handed in. If you find some paper in your house, please do your plan as well, because then tomorrow you'll have the names of your rides, you'll have your facilities, you'll have all the different areas that you need ready for a box set plan. So I hope this is exciting, guys. I'm quite enjoying doing mine. I'm going to carry on making some plans ready for tomorrow, but I'm looking forward to seeing all your inspiring theme parks on Teams. Well done, guys. See you tomorrow.